Hey guys, this is Adam Lane with Pocketnow.com. We're going to take a look at the hardware on the new AT&T HTC HD7S over here. But we're also going to do a little comparison with the old HD7 on T-Mobile. So let's check them out. So first off, we got the HD7S. This is pretty much the same as the HD7. It's got your 1 GHz processor, 512 megs of RAM, 16 gig internal storage, 4.3 inch WVGA screen. This is a Super LCD screen though, whereas the T-Mobile one is a regular LCD. We'll take a look at that soon. And let's just take a quick look around here. Got your capacitive buttons, got your AT&T logo. There's bevel, 3.5mm headset jack, micro USB, microphone, camera button, volume controls, power button, and here's your camera. This is a new camera actually. I will do some test samples with the HD7 so you can see what's new about that. And we have a nice little gold color there. And we'll just do a little comparison here too. Pretty much the same. But actually, this button on the 7S clicks a lot better. It's a lot easier to press. Half press is really obvious there. Whereas on the old HD7, it was like, is that a half press or a full press? You can't tell. Same with the power button. This is a little bit easier to press on the 7S. So that's a good thing because we didn't like that about the old HD7. And on the back you'll notice there's some differences. This one has been through some tough times and lost to see, but you can see the color is different on the backing. And obviously under the kickstand we have silver over here and gold over there. So that's our differences there. Now let's try some benchmarks. Here's our Windows Phone benchmarking program. And we can just do the performance real quick. 22 frames per second, so really close. Now here's the thing you really want to see, display. Let's compare these. This is Super LCD and this is regular LCD. This one's supposed to be a little bit better. So we're going to look at color bands. All bands should be distinguishable. So that looks pretty good. This looks a little bit more washed out, though we have more saturation in the color over here. So a little bit better color. Let's look at the black test. Now, all squares should be visible. Let's take a closer look. Do you see any squares there? It's pretty hard to see these black squares on the 7S, but over here I can definitely see those. And it starts to disappear over here, but in a more low light environment these actually appear very well, but not so much on the 7S. Let's try the whites. This one's a lot clearer. We can definitely see all the squares up to number 1 fades a little bit, but number 1 over here I can still see squares. Let's see if we can close up on that. So I can still see squares there. Number 1 is very faint. You can't see the squares at all there. Now this one's kind of important too. This one, what does it say? all gradients should be smooth. So let's look at this close. Now I'm seeing some banding there. I'm seeing little lines. And there's some weird lines in the purple too. I don't know if that comes through on the camera, but I'm definitely seeing some little lines there. Old HD7, couple little lines, but overall it's a lot smoother. Much smoother color transitions. Gradient test, these gradients should be smooth. But I am seeing some little lines there. See some banding there as well. This one looks a lot smoother. And lastly, viewing angle. See, there's still a color difference, but let's see what happens. Well, we get some glare. Color gets a little bit darker as it turns. That could just be the reflection, but pretty good viewing angles. Not bad there as well. Both of these are set to maximum brightness, by the way, so that might affect things, or it might not. Probably affects these guys. But there's your display differences. Hopefully you can see that through the camera. And it's your choice which one you think is better. But there's our hardware tour of the HD7S and a good comparison with the old HD7. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a thumbs up if you did. And that's it for now.